Hello everyone, welcome back to Guru Beauty. I am Jodie. Today I am reviewing for you the brand new to Australia Benefit Bigger Than BB Big Easy Multi-Balancing Complexion Perfector. Now this one is a liquid to powder oil-free product. It does provide SPF 30 broad spectrum coverage, which is fantastic. Just available here in Australia at Myer counters as well as online. I'll include links to that down below. It does retail for 55 Australian dollars, and I'm going to show you today the product going on as well as how it lasts throughout the day. I love doing foundation reviews for you on this channel. So here goes. Packaging. I love the packaging. It comes in a nice handy plastic tube. Now for $55, sometimes people expect luxury packaging. I really like the convenience and lightweightedness, travel friendliness of a plastic tube. Very easy to dispense. I love the fact that it has a flat top that you can stand it up and make sure that you get all the product out of it. It dispenses very easily out of this tube. Of course, you've got a little nozzle that you can squeeze the product out of. This has 35 mils, so slightly larger than your regular 30 mils of foundation that comes as a standard size. It is oil-free and it's available in 6 shades. Now I am about an NC 25 right now. I go between NC 25 and NC 30 in MAC shades, which is a pretty medium shade. Now I've color matched myself to the shade 5 beige, which out of the 6 shades is the second darkest shade, which I guess is not great news for those of you with darker complexions. I haven't actually looked at that darkest shade, but I will say this, the beige shade is not even necessarily a shade that I would recommend for those of you with NC 25 complexions. It does blend and it is very forgiving. I feel like it really does adjust to your coloring. You can see that it really does not look that different from my face to my neck. I have blended it down to, you know, my neck area, but it does certainly look too dark when I'm putting it on, but as you blend it, it just kind of adjusts. So that 6th darkest shade may be suitable for those of you with darker skins. It is quite forgiving, as I say. Now, what they say about this product is that it's a multi-balancing complexion perfector that melts into skin like a cream, yet finishes lightweight and smooth like a powder. Now, from the research I've done, this really is a product that is more suited to oily skinned ladies. It really doesn't get a high rating on Makeup Alley generally, and I've definitely seen mixed reviews of this online and on YouTube as well. Some people really love this product. Some people really don't like this product and don't get a lot out of it. I used this one for the first time yesterday and I applied it over an illuminating primer and I set it with a light reflecting powder. The finish was beautiful and it lasted 8 hours without touch up, no problems at all. Now what's interesting about this product is that they steer away from BB cream, yet they do say that it's bigger than BB. So if you're familiar with BB creams at all, basically the claim to fame for BB creams is that it's an all-in-one product. It'll provide you moisture and hydration as well as coverage and anti-aging qualities, SPF coverage and many more benefits. Some of them are whitening and brightening and all kinds of things. Now this one definitely is very clear in the packaging that it says to apply this over a moisturized face. So right there you've got a different product. It's not a BB cream in that you can use it instead of a moisturizer. I'm actually not applying it over a moisturizer today. I've just used a toner and Effaclar Duo before going into the Benefit Professional. This product is non-comedogenic and the ingredients consist of primarily water followed by dimethicone and then isodicyl neopentanoate. This is definitely a silicone based product and you certainly see that with the smoothing that it gives. I really can't get any discernible fragrance from this product. So those of you who don't like fragrance, you shouldn't have any problems with this product. It's not terribly runny. It has a kind of whipped feel to it, I guess. It's like a velvety whipped feel, and as you blend it in, and you can see the beige, it definitely has a yellower tone to it. I felt like the 4 was just a little bit too pink. As you blend it in, it really takes nothing just to blend into the skin. It leaves this velvety, smooth feel immediately on contact. I feel like it's less work than even a tinted moisturizer. As you blend it in, it just sort of melts right in. You want to make sure that you are blending it right into the hairline, and you certainly can build it without cakiness. But without any further ado, I'll show you the product going on and let you know how it lasts throughout the day, and I'll be back at the end of that to round things off.
Starting with Benefit Cosmetics, the Professional Pro Balm primer, I'm smoothing everything out and helping my oil control underneath the makeup. Going in now with Big Easy, you can see the colour difference. It looks like a really remarkable colour difference, but in no time you can see it just starts to become a lot less of a contrast as it's blended in. Blending in with your hands really is my favourite way to use this product for that first layer and blend it nicely into the hairline. There's the difference from the before shot showing one layer.
So after one layer of Benefit's Big Easy, I would say what I really notice immediately is the smoothing effect. My pores are definitely reduced, much more so than many other foundation products that I use. Immediately my skin has a probably demi-matte finish that's very, very smooth and very, very velvety looking. With one layer I have probably light to medium coverage. Everything is just a little bit more evened out, and even though the color is quite different to my neck color, it really does blend out really quite nicely down into the neck. I love the yellower tone of the beige shade, and it certainly matches my warmer undertones on my chest and arms. This is really lovely after one layer. I am going to build it up as I usually do for you, just to show you how we cover a little bit more of the pigmentation on my face. So I'm going to squeeze another little bit of product onto my hand there, and I'm going to be using today the Shiseido Perfect Foundation brush. It's just a nice round brush that stipples very nicely and builds product up on certain areas. The most obvious pigmentation that I have on my face is in this section, on this side right here. So I'm just going to dispense some product there, get rid of some more product on some other areas that I want to cover, and it's a stippling motion from here on in. And you can see it's definitely helping to add in the coverage over those areas so that we've got a little bit more of an even coverage. The other thing that strikes me about this product as I apply it, even just that first layer with my fingers, is how quickly it is applied without, you know, any streaks or brush marks or finger marks. It's just kind of like you put it on, you do a tiny rub and it's in. I feel like even a tinted moisturizer needs more blending, I think, than this product, just to get it all even and nice looking. It's just immediately smoothing and velvety, I think, because of that whipped texture. It's really surprised me that way. So anyway, I'm blending and talking, but I don't need to be doing any more blending. This is that second layer of sort of spot coverage really that's blended out around the cheek area. I would say that I definitely have medium coverage. It's not full, but you could build it up a little bit more. It's certainly not looking cakey at this point. It does strike me again as just being very, very smoothing and velvety. We'll show you how it's going to last throughout the day. Here I am now back at the 10-hour mark. When I came back to the mirror at 8 hours, just on my way out to dinner, I did notice that I did have oil breakthrough pretty much around my whole face. I did a very, very light touch up using the Benefit Professional Shine Vanishing Pro Powder. I'm a big fan of this one as well, and this is how my skin looks at the 10-hour mark. So I would say that I still definitely have the coverage that I'm after from the Big Easy Complexion Perfector. I'm very pleased with that. There's definitely been no settling into the pores. Even with that oil breakthrough, I certainly have not seen any sort of separating of the product, any caking of the product, even in the areas where I did have to build that up, even in the areas where it joins with the concealer. I'm very pleased with how it looks. It still has a lovely velvety finish, and with that touch up at the 8-hour mark, I think that this has certainly performed very, very well on my combination to oily skin. I am definitely pleased with the Bigger Than BB Big Easy Liquid to Powder Complexion Perfector from Benefit at the 10-hour mark. It definitely gets a thumbs up from me. So there you have it, my experiences with Benefit Bigger Than BB Big Easy Complexion Perfector. I really like this product. I love that you've got great SPF broad spectrum coverage. I love what it does to my skin. Now, not everyone experiences this, but for me, with my large pores and combination to oily skin, I get smoothing, I get a beautiful velvet finish that's not fully matte. I feel like it's very flattering to my skin, and it lasts nicely throughout the day. It's not a BB cream in that it's going to provide all of those different skin benefits that some BB creams claim to. I would just, you know, use this as a base that provides SPF coverage, and I don't think it's something that's suited to people who don't have oily skin. So for me, I definitely see oil control with this product. I definitely do. And I have heard from people with dry skin that this really does exacerbate any flaky areas. So I would not recommend this for people with dry skin. Last thing I wanted to mention to you was Flashback. We obviously hear a lot about SPF and titanium dioxide physical barriers creating a flashback effect with flash photography. I took a picture of myself with a flash last night and had no flashback with this product on my face. So I think for those of you who do have oily combination skin, you want some SPF and medium buildable coverage, I would say that this is a really nice product. If the thought of a velvety semi-matte finish that lasts well throughout the day is of interest to you, definitely go to the counter, definitely get a match, and if you can, get a tester and see if this product works for you, because there does seem to be quite a bit of variability in people's experience, and maybe it depends on what product you wear it over, or whether you do set with a powder. Obviously, because it is a liquid to powder, you shouldn't necessarily have to use a powder. I just can't help myself. I do love finishing things off with a powder, so I certainly did apply a little bit of the Hello Flawless today. So there you have it, my thoughts on the Bigger Than BB Big Easy. I hope that you enjoyed. I would love to hear your thoughts if you have tried this product, and I'm sure many viewers would as well, so please do comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a beautiful day. Don't forget, you are beautiful, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.